Hi, I'm Neil Sackmary.
Hi, I'm State Trooper Sean Hagstrom with the Nevada State Police Highway Patrol Division, PEIO. Please stay tuned for the next episode of Trooper Talk.
And together, we can make a difference.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the second quarter promotional ceremony and the Peterson Loop family reunion. So my name is Kevin Honey. I'm the Major of the Southern Command of the Highway Patrol. First, like to thank everybody. We preach family, but it's amazing to see people continue to come back. So retired Major Tice, retired Major Gallagher, retired Colonel Carpenter, where are you at? Scott Sunkel, Chief of the Training Division, thanks for coming over. Senior Sergeant Wayne Prosser came off of vacation to be here, wouldn't want to miss him. From Probation, Major Schubert, thanks for coming over. Captain Morgan, saw you over there, strike the pose. Lieutenant Knapp, thank you guys for coming over. Also, would like to recognize Captain Peterson's family. So, I don't ask you to stand because we would be here all day, but I want to recognize his wife, Gabrielle, the future of American lacrosse, his sons, Ryland and Justice, father-in-law, Gary Loop, brother, sister-in-law, Chris and Debbie Dreyer, also two retired, there we are. Jeff and Kristen Martin. Nieces and nephews, Minnie, Chloe and Sadie. Where are you guys at? How big are you getting? Holy smokes. Tyler and Blake Martin. Chris and Pam Dreyer. Not here. And John and Jeannie Martin. I would like to first read a bio that we have everybody write their own bio, and I would like to preemptively thank Nate for making it on a single page. We've had several that have had chapters to them. So, Nate Peterson kicked off his journey with the Department of Public Safety back in February of 2005. After completing his academy training, he dove into the Parole and Probation Division's General Supervision Unit and followed up with a short stint in the Sex Offender Unit. In 2008, he made the move to Nevada Highway Patrol, where he wore several different hats as a trooper. His roles ranged from urban traffic operations in 08 and 09 to overseeing hit-and-run investigations in 2010, before transitioning to a rural duty station. From 2011 to 2014, he was assigned to the Prim District, greeting folks entering our fine state on the I-15 corridor. They still remember you out there. In 2014, Nate shifted gears into the firearms coordinator position for Southern Command, where he remained until 2019. Then came his promotion to sergeant in February 2019, leading him to the Office of Professional Responsibility, where he conducted administrative investigations for DPS until May of 2020. When he made his way back to the Nevada Highway Patrol, Nate's career trajectory continued upwards as he was promoted to lieutenant in April 2021 within the Highway Patrol Division, serving as the Southern Command Executive Officer during his tenure. Hailing from Duluth, Minnesota, Nate holds a bachelor's degree in Criminology and Communication Studies from the University of Minnesota. He's a proud husband to Gabrielle and a dad to two boys, Ryland and Justice. When he's not serving the community, you can find Nate enjoying the outdoors, hitting the ice for some hockey, showing off his golf skills. Here we go. Here we go. Or lack thereof, as Captain Munoz might say. And cheering on the Golden Knights. Nate's also got his hands full as the founder and president of a local youth lacrosse program. Despite spending the past 2 decades in the Las Vegas area, Nate's career ambitions have always been to serve the entire state of Nevada. Nate has been everywhere from Laughlin to Jackpot, and his love for Nevada and the people within its boundaries grows with each passing day. Nate is determined to serve this division and the entirety of Nevada as he grows into this role within the headquarters team. So, without hesitation, Nate, could I have you join me up here? Anthony, you're on.
officers, please rise. Uniform officers, attention! Effective Monday, March 11th, 2024, Lieutenant Nathan Peterson, identification number 139, is promoted to the rank of captain and assigned to Nevada Highway Patrol headquarters. On Monday, March 11th, 2024, at 0800 hours, Captain Nathan Peterson will report to the chief or his designee for specific duty assignment. Captain Peterson's identification number will be 2139. Signed, Colonel Patrick J. Conway, Nevada Highway Patrol. Uniform officers at ease.
Come on up for the badging and the pinning. Yeah, let's go.
It's going to take a little while.
Talk amongst yourselves. Don't stab yourselves.
Are you?
They can stay. We're good. We're good. They'll stay. We're good. If they fall off, they fall off. We're good. We'll get it worked out. I'm on duty at least. We got some. So, everybody that's in this room understands that you don't have a successful law enforcement career. There's no way in the world that Nate makes the rank of captain without the support of Gabrielle.
Zero chance.
Zero chance. Repeat after me. Zero chance. But we understand that this has been your journey as well. So, for the stressful nights previously and the many, many more to come, we would like to thank you for your service and dedication to the Nevada Highway Patrol. It's your turn, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Nate Peterson. Deal.
My friend Joe Brown's here, and Joe and the director know each other. Joe went up to him and exchanged, and Joe came back, and the director told him that he was rescinding this, so I think I here. I love the fact that, like, we can all bust each other's chops a little bit. Can we, like, be grateful for that?
We weren't kidding.
Oh, okay. My speech is done. Here we go. I did this a couple years ago, and I kind of winged it, and I didn't think that I should wing this. So bear with me here. Good afternoon. Thank you to all the friends and family that are here today, as well as my colleagues, both current and retired, who have taken the time out of the day to be here to celebrate the successes of not just myself, but some other folks that are here. There are many milestones within a career, and there are several individuals here today that are worth celebrating, and congratulations to all who are receiving awards. You are the heartbeat of this organization, and I know we've got some folks from other organizations here as well, but like, you guys are the reason that we do this. So, frankly, I wasn't sure what I was going to say today until Sunday afternoon as I was driving back to Las Vegas from California with my family. But here goes. Work molds us, and life molds us as well. And I'm going to share a little bit from my outside life, and hopefully hopefully bring it back full circle today. And I'll try to keep it quick, so here goes. Today I have 3 points that I'd like to share with you. Point 1, I had a quick chance to talk with my dad on Father's Day. It was at lunch, so it was just real brief. But when I reached out to him, afterwards, it got me thinking about the drive and the trek from northern Minnesota to Las Vegas that the two of us did back in early 2005. And I remember the drive vividly in the conversations we had along the way as I was leaving Minnesota. It was the first one in a number of generations to leave Minnesota and go elsewhere. And I found my way out here to Las Vegas, and frankly, I wasn't sure what I was getting into from a career and life perspective. But my dad, at that time, he reassured me then, and he's reassured me along the way, that we need to be on journey. And that's what he told me. So, thinking about this room and all of the celebrations and retirements and things that we've had over the years, it got me thinking about these retirement ceremonies, and that I've heard that the ride is well worth it. And at these ceremonies, almost always at the end of them, someone's in tears with a retiree looking at a room full of people like I am today, who've been there with them for a long time, and now the journey is over, and they know they will miss it. And when I hear these folks talk about their careers, I sometimes wonder if we're focused on the finish line and are missing the great journey that we're on that my dad talked about. So now I go back to that day, the day that he told me this, to be on journey. And what that means to me now is a little different. And for me, I feel like we need to slow down and pause if necessary and evaluate and enjoy the difficulties and successes that come along the way. And we're doing that today. So to the troops and the supervisors and leaders in this room, I encourage you to heed those words and to look at this career and all that comes with it as a journey and not a job. So go on journey, be on journey, stick with it. The state needs you. The state needs you. Stick with it and enjoy the ride. Point two. Last week, this lady right here, she and I celebrated our 15-year wedding anniversary. Yes, there is a person willing to do that somehow. She's right here. But I'm going to go back 5 years. For our 10-year anniversary, we traveled through many of the mountainous western parks of our country, and it was just the two of us. And on our drive, we talked about starting a lacrosse program for our young boys who are here today. They're a little bit older now, who are about to enroll in a new school. And we partnered with a few folks. Some of them are here. Josh, you're number one, my man. We partnered with a few folks and decided to give it a go. And little did we know that it would change our lives. For me personally, it has strengthened my leadership skills and broadened my network in a way I could not imagine. Hundreds of families have come through our program, and we are blessed to do the work on behalf of the community. But I will tell you, it is a lot of work. But that's the point. Doing the work molds us. It makes us better. And I can tell you that I'm better equipped by going through the grind. A few of our coaches are here today. They're the best friends I could ask for, and two of them turned me on to a guy named Tim Kite. Tim died about a month or two ago, and maybe even less than that, but his focus is on leadership, and I've tried to kind of look at some of the stuff that he's offered over the years, and there's a quote that he has that goes like this: the process of success is not hidden, it is on display for anyone to see. However, it is a daily grind that requires a great deal of work, that is tedious and often uncomfortable. Successful people simply do the work. They embrace the grind and everything that comes with it. Now, if I am being honest, this one cuts at me because I really don't always fulfill what it says and what it states. But never do I question what the quote means and the truth tied to it. And our little lacrosse program that we started is not little anymore. It has grown due to the families who have bought in, by the folks doing the work, and some of them are here today. It's not perfect, but to us it sure is. So to all of us, let's embrace the work, and let's take some reasonable chances, or we'll never know how perfect something could turn out to be. Point 3. For those of you that know me, I'm very much oriented around valuing relationships and being team-oriented. And over the last few years, I've been fortunate to link up with multiple groups of like-minded individuals, both in my work life and outside of work. These have been throughout the state, throughout different divisions, and frankly, I love it. I love meeting new people. I love being around and like working through it together. These groups have been successful in large part because of the consistent efforts we've made to the relationship. Valuing relationships comes with many obligations such as respect, communication, honesty, forgiveness, and appreciation. And frankly, we are stronger when we do it together. And as we've seen over the last few years and the last several months, the group of individuals within this organization can handle anything thrown its way. But we have to do it together. There's an Old Testament verse that reads like this: "And the one can overpower him who is alone, two can resist him, but a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken." So to the troops, the supervisors and leaders in this room, your team will grow and make you stronger, making us stronger, but you first must value the relationship. So, there's a few people that I want to thank real quickly. Number 1, my family. Thank you for all the love and support this journey is shared, and I could not do it without you guys, all of you. To my friends, especially the close ones, and you know who you are, I am grateful. To the troops out there doing the job, you are valued, you are needed. This is a tough time to be in law enforcement, but I am convinced that there is not a better journey to be on than this one. To the leadership team up here, Director Tagliati, Colonel Conway, Lieutenant Colonel Walesko, and all of the leadership team, I have had a front row seat to learn from all of you over the last few years, and I appreciate the opportunity to navigate challenges with this increased level of responsibility. I'm honored to serve with you all. To my coaches that are here today, you guys have challenged me in many ways, and I'm better because of you, and thank you for that. To the retirees, there's a few of you that aren't really retired from this place. Thank you. I've leaned on you for advice and guidance, and you young guys that are growing into this organization, you need to find somebody to latch on to that's been around here for the last however long, okay? There's so much value there. I'm going to try on this last one. The last few years have been really hard here. We've endured tragedy, much of which I've found myself intimately involved in. But today is a day of celebration that brings me joy to have Alyssa Bell Felix. Can you wave to us? Daughter of Trooper Alberto Felix with us here today. We have spent many hard days together, but I recently told her and her family, and Arlene and the young siblings are off at a camp, getting the help that they need. But I recently told them that there would be good days ahead and days to celebrate, and today's one of them. Alyssa, you need to know that you are one of the strongest people I've ever met. You are the epitome of kindness in class, and I'll tell you what, like, the next generation of young adults is not lost if there's people like you floating around, and you need to know that. So, enough. You guys are the best. I'm going to wrap this up. Here we go. Although I'm staying here in Las Vegas, I will be assigned a headquarters team, which is based in Carson City. My home is Las Vegas for the entirety of my career, but I love Nevada. I really do. Kevin and I have traveled all over. Some of my buddies who've been everywhere. I love Nevada, and I'm like super grateful to have this opportunity. I'm humbled to serve the entirety of the state in this capacity, and look forward to what's to come. And thank you all for the support, and most importantly, let's be safe. So thank you guys.
shift gears now, we're going to hand out some awards for some pretty amazing stuff that are done by our folks. And get her up there. Yep, so everything Nate said, Alyssa, thank you for being here. She's embarrassed, but what an incredible young woman. We're going to celebrate some of the incredible work that done throughout the state in the last quarter. So if I could have, I'm going to call you guys up one at a time. I'm going to read your awards one at a time. This is all from the same incident, but I think it's important that each member of this incident gets their own recognition. So if I could have Trooper Mila Sendline, get up here, buddy. This is to certify that the Director of the Department of Public Safety and the Colonel of the Nevada Highway Patrol has awarded the life-saving ribbon to Trooper Mila Sendline. On January 10th, 2024, Nevada Highway Patrol Trooper Mila Sendline responded to an injury crash on State Route 169 in the Southern Command Moapa District. Trooper Milas arrived and was able to locate a driver in need of immediate medical assistance. Trooper Sendline began life-saving intervention in the form of CPR. Trooper Sendline took turns providing chest compressions with other law enforcement personnel until medical crews arrived. Though his direct action was ultimately unsuccessful, this department recognizes his valiant and selfless effort, and for these reasons, the Nevada State Police bestow upon him its life-saving ribbon. Signed, Director George Togliatti, Colonel Patrick J. Conman. And this is yours, so I don't have to do that awkward reach inside the uniform thing. It goes right above your necktie. So I'm going to have Milas stay up here. Could I have Officer Edward Houston from Parole and Probation please join us? So his reads, the life-saving ribbon, Officer Edward Houston. On January 10th, 2024, Parole and Probation Officer Edward Houston responded to assist Nevada Highway Patrol troopers with an injury crash on State Route 169 in the NHP Southern Command Moapa District. Officer Houston arrived at the scene and immediately began to assist the troopers with life-saving intervention for one of the persons involved in the crash. Officer Houston took turns providing CPR chest compressions until medical personnel arrived. Though his direct action to save a life was ultimately unsuccessful, this department recognizes his valiant and selfless effort, and for those reasons, the Nevada State Police bestows upon him its life-saving ribbon. Signed, Director George Togliatti and Parole and Probation Chief Tamara Jackson. Could I have LVMPD Officer Chris Montop please join them? Life-saving ribbon, LVMPD Officer Chris Contop. On January 10th, 2024, LVMPD Officer Chris Contop responded to assist NHP troopers with an injury crash on State Route 169 in the Nevada Highway Patrol Southern Command Moapa District. Officer Contop arrived with an AED and immediately began to assist the troopers with life-saving interventions for one of the persons involved in the crash. Officer Contop took turns providing CPR chest compressions until medical personnel arrived. Though his direct action to save a life was ultimately unsuccessful, this department recognizes his valiant and selfless effort, and for these reasons, the Nevada State Police bestows upon him its life-saving ribbon. Signed, Director George Togliatti and Colonel Patrick J. Conman. Trooper Ricardo Cecina in the house. Get up here. So he's going to be up here for just a bit because Trooper Cecina was out there doing it. He actually has two. So bear with me. This life-saving ribbon to Trooper Ricardo Cecina. On September 25th, 2023, Nevada Highway Patrol Trooper Cecina performed flawlessly in a very high-stress situation. Without hesitation, Trooper Cecina assumed command of the scene and achieved the best possible outcome. Julian was prepared to take his own life. He had taken all of his personal belongings and set them aside. Trooper Cecina used crisis intervention training and de-escalation techniques to build a rapport and make a connection with Julian. Talking to him for over 20 minutes, Trooper Cecina went above and beyond the call of duty, avoiding a potentially tragic situation with permanent and catastrophic results. Trooper Cecina displayed professionalism and courage, and I'm proud to award him this life-saving ribbon signed by Director George Tagliati and Colonel Patrick J. Conley. But wait. Life-saving ribbon presented to Trooper Ricardo Cecina in recognition of extraordinary heroism and selfless dedication to duty. On March 15th, 2024, Trooper Ricardo Cecina responded to a suicidal subject with intent to end their life by jumping off an overpass atop a raised fence. Trooper Cecina talked with the subject for 47 minutes in an impossibly stressful situation, utilizing compassion, care, knowledge, and experience. Trooper Cecina was able to talk the subject down off the fence, and his actions saved a life. The courageous actions of Trooper Cecina served as a shining example of the values upheld by the Nevada Highway Patrol and embodies the highest ideals of heroism, dedication, pride, and service. Signed, Director George Tagliati and Colonel Patrick J. Conley. Those two are yours. You want to say anything?
I didn't prepare anything.
No, don't worry about it.
Thank you, everyone.
Could I have Trooper Joseph Caltech, please? Department of Public Safety, life-saving ribbon to Trooper Joseph Caltech. On April 16th, 2021, Nevada State Police Dispatch started receiving calls of a suicidal person at IR-15 in Washington. Trooper Caltech promptly arrived on scene and found a male standing on top of a concrete barrier wall, who refused his commands to get off the barrier. Without hesitation and without regard for his own personal safety, Trooper Caltech grabbed the man and brought him to safety. Trooper Caltech summoned an ambulance to the scene to get the subject mental health assistance. The quick thinking and decisive actions of Trooper Caltech undoubtedly played a crucial role in preventing a potential loss of life. Life-saving ribbon presented to Joseph Caltech, signed by George Tagliati, Director, and Colonel Patrick J. Conley. Don't forget your bling. Okay, if I could have Trooper Ducat, where are you at? I saw you back there. All right, as you may or may not be able to tell, we don't get a lot of these around here. But Trooper Ducat, in recognition of outstanding 2023 physical fitness and MET level of 16.1. So those of you that do that, 16.1 is huge. This is signed by Director George Tagliati, Mandy Hagler, who is the risk manager for the state, and Marlene Foley, the health program specialist. So for making us all look horrible, congratulations.